Ladies and gents, welcome to UX and this is AI Slop is killing our channel. It's killing kurzgesagt. How does that even work? It's one of the biggest science channel there is in the entire YouTube or internet in general. It has 25 million subscriber. So even some giant like kurzgesagt is under threat from AI. Okay, AI channels have been popping up way too quickly recently. Even I'll notice that. And if I notice that, like I generally browse. I'm not an internet guy. I'm not always on YouTube. I'm not always on social media. But even I'm finding it out, right? Like there's way too much AI thing, and that's Sam Altman thing, right? What is the app that he created recently, where you scan your face and create things with it, which is insanely accurate, and people are making way too much thing with it. I saw like who's the scientist? I forgot his name. Who was in like yeah, my memory like when it comes to names, my memory is not so great. But yeah, like Stephen Hawking. Yeah, Stephen Hawking. I don't know why I forgot his name. But yeah, Stephen Hawking. Like somebody made a UFC video with him on and then skating video and like there were many videos like that, and I'm like, what the fuck? So this is becoming like too big of a deal, and nowadays people are just like like using Chat GPT to summarize something and just using AI to make a video and just post it on YouTube. See, here's the thing. Making videos, like how Kurzgesagt does, requires research, proper narration from a person, a proper Adobe Premiere, right? And editing in many layers takes months, right? And if you're a big team, a week, but that requires a team. With AI, narration is not required. AI will narrate for you. It will sound real. AI will make a video for you, which is all the editing skipped, and here's a video. People can put out multiple videos a day doing that shit, but it's not going to be as quality as kurzgesagt. But it's not easy to tell, especially if you're not really like what you're looking at or not. There are way too many people who are gullible and can get duped. So yeah, Slop is just like targeting those people, and that's costing channels like kurzgesagt. That's just fucked up. This is going to be interesting. Let's do this one.
2026 Human Era calendar just dropped, and this year is extra special. Stay tuned until the end for the reveal, or head straight to the shop to get yours. AI slop is saturating the internet, and things are becoming dramatic pretty quickly. In an online world where money is made with attention, fake users spread their slop in review sections, generate fake traffic, or poison discourse. AI has supercharged this and made slop much harder to spot. Today, about half of internet traffic is bots. The majority of them are used for destructive purposes. It's never been easier to make mediocre content, from the black hole of meaninglessness that is LinkedIn, low-effort short videos just engaging enough to hypnotize kids and fry their attention spans, to endless, soullessly rewritten books on Amazon. AI music is invading streaming platforms. Google AI is summarizing websites instead of sending traffic to them. On YouTube, new channels publish long-form videos multiple times a week with AI-generated thumbnails, voices, and scripts. True crime, video essays, science, no space is safe. We're in the golden era of soulless slop. And sadly, actual creative human work is used to train these AI models. Every Reddit comment, original YouTube video, or human drawing on DeviantArt has been sold out to the AI companies, or straight up stolen by them, without attribution or payment to the actual creators. Creative theft on a scale where
This is kind of like a very fucked up area. Look, when you put something out on the internet, there is a way to like consume something, and there is a way if you can use that or not, fair use or whatever, right? That's you'll just see like, yeah, you can use this for your personal use, but you can't use this for commercial use. You can't use in something that you make money on. You'll probably come across something like that if you browse internet, try to like find photos and things. Does AI count to that? Like AI is learning itself, but is that a commercial product? No, AI is learning for itself. In the future, it will become a commercial product. So, like by legality, is that a gray area? Because way too many big companies are just getting away with it, like just taking YouTube videos and training from that. They won't do that if there is a lawyer who told them like this might be an issue, which tells me this is a fucking gray area. This is a problem with anything, like even copyrights expire, right? Like even Disney's copyrights were, I don't know which one was that, but it expired like after certain years. So everything eventually goes to public domain, and how you use it, what is a fair use, is like in law written in certain way. But there are going to be like gray areas, which I think AI training is exploiting.
Where it's impossible to protect against it, already putting loads of creatives' work in danger, so AI companies can get rich. While this is sad and frustrating, what's even worse is that generative AI truly has the potential to break the internet irreversibly by making it harder and harder to tell what's true. At first, AI looked great. A kurzgesagt script starts with basic research that's turned into a script and then fact-checked in depth by 2 to 3 people. We try to confirm our info with what we deem trustworthy, ideally first-hand sources, ideally papers. Then we get 1 to 3 experts for input and critique. Fact-checking and compiling our sources alone takes around 100 hours per video. Of course, we make mistakes or oversimplify, and you can disagree with our conclusions. It's unavoidable, we're only human after all. But it is fair to say that our process is extensive, and after a decade,
We are only human. Oh, how that term used, like people used to use it in that way. Oh, we are just only humans. They had no idea like computers gonna be even worse. AI gets shit wrong all the time. Like you can Google shit and you realize how wrong that is. Like what is wrong? That is not even true. I mean, I know shit where there are areas where I know things, right? I know decently. So whenever I Google something, it just gives me answer. I'm like, I know that shit is wrong. And it tells me like, is it thumbs up or thumbs down? I always thumbs down. I don't know. Like I know people like, oh, why are you helping Google AI? Okay, if that helps correct AI in the future, maybe some other person won't be duped. So always do that. Always thumbs down and like write down why I thumbs down. Like how AI got that shit wrong. But AI gets shit wrong all the time. But it gives you answer with confidence. The way it writes with authority. So people, oh, I'm just human. I'm just human. I make mistake. Yeah, but computers makes 10 times more mistake than you. That's just insane.
we know what we're doing. When AI appeared, we were very excited. A mechanical brain able to super quickly collect information. So we went to work, and it looked amazing. And then we started fact-checking. We didn't expect it to be perfect, but it was way worse than we thought. Confidently incorrect. AI is so bad at this. We'll summarize and generalize our experiences over multiple projects.
I don't think you can blame AI. I think I blame people who made AI. I said that in one of the videos I just reacted to a day or two ago, where the way they chose to train AI is a cop out. It's very easy way to do it. Just throw internet at it. It will be bad. And enough sequences after, like trillions of data after, you'll realize that it's like knot, right? Something has like really knotted a ball. You try to untangle it, and you realize like you came at a point like you entangle it wrong, and now to start all over again. Otherwise, you can't just straighten it out. Like Rubik's Cube thing, right? You do perfectly until one block is left. Oh, by the way, in order to like have it perfect, you have to reverse it because you fucked up somewhere. That's how AI is getting trained. It might get 99%, but the last 1%, that'll be the issue. And it will get shit wrong all the time. And the problem with that is people will just believe it. Like, this must be true if AI tells me. So, yeah, the era of misinformation, era of slop, like it's happening now. Every time, like in here, like every time you start Instagram, you saw some like a bridge collapse with cars in it. Oh, look at the devastation. You see comments of people like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened in this city. And you closely watch it, there's a person there in the background who's going squiggly. Like, really? Oh, by the way, that's a Slender Man. Apparently that's real. That's fucking AI. How people are not going to see that. People are just going to assume this is real, especially older people. So this shit is just next level, man.
And months condensed into one fake project. A video about why brown dwarfs are the worst and should be ashamed of themselves. So, we got all the pro accounts of all the AI models and got to work, using deep research tools to create a summary and overview of all the information about the failed star's brown dwarfs. And wow, it was great! Dozens of pages of outlines with unique information nuggets and links to sources. Then, we started to look deeper. more than 80% of the info and factoids were pretty solid, and we could reconstruct where they were from: Wikipedia, papers, legit articles. What about the rest? It was great stuff, like the speed of brown dwarf superstorms, the nature of their insides, or how disappointed their mums are. But we couldn't find where the AI got this info from, which is not automatically a bad sign. After all, the models contain pretty much all the internet and books ever written. So we asked experts for input, and they flagged the exact same facts, even asking where we found it. To fulfill its goal to make us happy, the AI had invented or extrapolated information to make brown dwarfs more interesting than they really are. Like a bad journalist making up details to make a story hit harder or fit a narrative. Now we wanted to know more and dove in.
Yeah, AI is trained to give you an answer any means necessary. That's the problem, isn't it? It won't tell you why there is no information. I'm sorry. It will never say that. So, and also it's like I don't know who, like it was some Republicans, right? There was like, I don't care about the facts. I only care what people feel. If people feel this is happening regardless of the facts. That's basically how AI is working. Like just finding all the data I can, true or not, and this is what people tells me. There's overwhelming people saying it, so it must be true. Here's the truth. If anything, amplifying fake news and amplifying like problems. Like sometimes, yeah, when it works, but when it doesn't work, it amplifies things.
In deeper, reading the seemingly more solid sources the AI had given us in full. One was an article from a news site written by a human journalist. Or was it? It had a very familiar structure and, surely purely coincidentally, read like what you get if a human slightly changes AI wording. An AI essay detection tool gave it a 72% match, so an AI article without sources used as a credible source for AI research. Which makes sense, since in 2025 there were already well over 1,200 confirmed AI news websites publishing massive amounts of AI-generated misinformation and false narratives. This mix of correct, dubiously sourced and straight-up made-up information also leads AI to present really shoddy conclusions that sound strong or novel but are often half-truths or misrepresentations. Oh well, we salvaged what we could and went back to the drawing board. And after a few weeks, it happened. By pure stupid chance, we saw a brown dwarf video popping up by a relatively new channel. It had hundreds of thousands of views and was pretty good, nice footage, great editing. But we'd seen the structure and rhythm before, and would you look at that? It contained all the brown dwarf facts we'd flagged as unreliable or straight up made up by AI. This is where the death of the internet begins. Now, there's a proper source of brown dwarf misinformation online. When the next AI repeats the same research, it will find a transcript from a video with a lot of views. The misinformation.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I think there will be a time where people are too skeptical of the information they receive because of this. If anything, this will open eyes of people. And people will be like, is it kurzgesagt? It's not kurzgesagt. I trust kurzgesagt. If anything, the monopoly of people like kurzgesagt will go up. Because people like, I don't trust that channel. I don't know if that's real or not, but I know kurzgesagt is real. So people will selectively focus on channel they know are real, made by real people and real research, right? So at the start, people will be duped. Old people and people like that, like yes, Slop will work. Eventually, people will gain resistance.
Information is now true. It will spread. Even before AI, it was pretty hard to find the origin of facts that sound great but are not true. Just watch our video about a 100-year-old lie. As AI use goes on, it may become impossible to know what's true or not.
That is so true, man. Information is so shaky. You have no idea, right? Some people say, oh, Victor usually writes the history. That is true because that's the only text you have left. But a lot of time, like finding source is really hard. But usually people respect things because people who are spreading information are the people who like educators, people with degrees, people like historians and things. So generally chance of everything just being fake is really hard. So people don't stress about it that much. It's really hard where the source is. Oh, this historian said it here, this historian said it here, so it's probably true. Imagine when you can't find the source and everything's flooded with AI. Who knows what AI made up, right? There might be a point where like certain reality, like is this real or AI made it up? I can never know because it's impossible to find a source. That's insane.
Most corrosive lie. The problem with AI is how trustworthy it seems, how it's correct enough to seem super smart, and how incredibly confidently incorrect it is, casually lying to your face, often very subtly.
Confidence, right? Say the lie with confidence and people will believe it. I think that's narcissism, isn't it? Like, who's a narcissist? The guy who just bullshits you but with a confidence so you believe it. That's what it is.
When you catch it lying, it immediately admits it, vows to never do it again, and then it does it again. As eloquent as current language models feel, there's nobody home. No greater intelligence or consciousness is talking back to you. Current AI is a very complex hammer that doesn't understand what it's doing or what nails are. But we're letting it add new shelves to the library of human knowledge. AI is changing quickly, so this may get better, but right now, it's pretty grim.
We are not doing that, right? The people who are making AI obviously wants to do this, and they are doing this. People who should be regulating it, the platforms like YouTube and others, are not, because it's bringing them views and it's traffic, short-term gain. They're not realizing this will kill their platform. They're not just thinking that. I'm hoping eventually they realize and they create certain restrictions. Like if you're an AI channel, you have to say it's an AI channel. If you don't, you get terminated. There should be comma, this is AI. Take it with a pinch of salt or whatever. Somebody just mentions certain keywords and YouTube gives you the whole like Wikipedia page at the title, like this is, shit like that. That's a kind of newer thing. I see YouTube doing that for AI. It already asks you when you post a video, like, is there any AI in it? But it's like asking thing. It won't force you to do anything. There's going to be a time where it will force you to do that. Like if you get this wrong, you might get terminated. And people are going to take that risk. So it's very easy to like circumvent this.
Way too many people blindly trust AI. Studies looked into the language of millions of scientific papers published before and after the rise of large language models. They found an abrupt and sharp increase in the frequency of words that AIs like to use. So it seems clear that now a significant portion of papers have been at least assisted by AI, usually without acknowledgement. And just in July 2025, it was discovered that a number of researchers had started to sneak hidden messages into their papers. In white text, or too small for the human eye, they prompted AIs to review them positively and not point out flaws. As more and more people are using AI carelessly, the library of human knowledge is getting less and less reliable. Which brings us to the last part: how are we using AI? And will kurzgesagt survive the AI slop age? Will AI slop kill kurzgesagt and artists? On the internet, there's only one truly valuable resource: human attention. If current trends continue, it's not that far-fetched that cheap slop content, stuff just good enough, will soak up the majority of human attention.
Again, this is human attention thing is very relatively new with TikTok and things. There will be a time when people will be tired of that, because that's how things work. And then people will try to find quality rather than like, I need something quick, shit like that. And this artists are going to be like horses. Not a great analogy, but I'm sorry, it just is. Like, yeah, a lot of will suffer, but there will be top artists who will still be preserved because they are top artists. And people like, I don't care how good AI is, this is proper thing. But yeah, those non-top artists will probably suffer, which is, kind of fucked up.
It could make us dumber, less informed, our attention spans even worse, increase political divides, and make us neglect real human interaction. If
You can't blame AI for that. You're already doing that, even without AI.
AI eats the majority of the attention pie, channels like ours will become unfeasible, or forced to downsize or use AI themselves to be able to compete.
Yeah.
We don't want to play this game. How will we use AI? Like the Align tool in Adobe Illustrator. If you have a bunch of boxes and you want to line them up, you can do this manually one by one, or you can just select them, click Align, and have them perfectly aligned in an instant. It's the same with AI programming tools for animation or using it as a faster Google alternative. AI is a helpful tool, but
Use AI for doing things, not for information. That is just perfect. AI is great for doing things. Don't try to find knowledge with AI. That's where the problem will start. Ask AI to do things for you. That will be great, right? So even because I'd say like, okay, I'm going to use AI for animation. That's great, but not the information. So apart from information, you can't use AI for anything. It will just work. Just information has to be correct.
The creativity and integrity is still ours. So, dear Internet, here is what we're offering to you. Kurzgesagt is made by humans for humans, and it will remain that way. We'll produce well-researched content and invest a lot of time and our human creativity in our illustrations and animations. Put our creative soul into our work. We'll continue to fact-check and discuss our research with human experts to give you the most trustworthy information that we can. When we make mistakes, they will be our mistakes. We would rather quit than make AI slop. But to go on, we need your support. Kurzgesagt is almost 70 full-time people and a lot of free.
Damn, 70 people. That's a big, like, okay, it's 25 million subscriber and gets multi-million views every day, like whenever they post. So yeah, it just makes sense, the level of quality and everything. But yeah, that's a big-ass team. So Kurzgesagt is a proper studio, right, at this point. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, but go to original video page link from there, support this channel. Yeah, I'm like one of those people who like, yeah, AI slop is not an issue because you must have critical thinking. I'm not the guy who's constantly on the internet, but I can pretty accurately like figure out what is AI and not. It's surprising to me that a lot of people can't. I don't know, it could be the visual thing, right? Like certain people, like everybody has like vision differently. Like if anything is like below 60 frames, in video game, I instantly see that as laggy. A lot of people can't really notice that. Shit like that, right? A lot of people have like really fast reflexes, some don't. And I guess like some people can't find details and can't really tell apart AI. So I guess it's individual. I don't know. But yeah. Well, that was AI Slop is killing our channel. I don't think so. I think Kurzgesagt is going to be fine, right? It's one of the big channels. If you like my channel, subscribe and I'll see you next time.